Donald Trump is having a complete and total meltdown, absolutely snapping off the last of his sanity, if he had any left, over the failure of his great American state fair. After the first 5 days, where there were just no crowds whatsoever, and of course he is going through a bit of copium on social media, swearing that there were 45,000 people at his speech on Wednesday, when not even close. He's off by about 44,500. But on Monday, he woke up at 6:27 a.m. to post this on Truth Social. Do you think people appreciate what a fantastic job we did in building and operating the Great American State Fair at the National Mall, packed with happy people and everybody loving it? Ask yourself this simple question. Do you think that Obama or Sleepy Joe Biden could have done it? The answer is no! Obama did it less than a fucking week ago, man. He pulled like A-list, literally legendary Hall of Fame musicians to show up at his presidential library opening. Okay? Obama couldn't do this. He literally just did it. Sleepy Joe. There were 4 instances. 4. Of President Joe Biden appearing to fall asleep over 4 years in office on camera. 4 times. We have now had more than 12 times in 18 months where you, Donald, have appeared to fall asleep or almost nod off on camera. So can we stop with the Sleepy Joe Biden? I know you're not smart and you're not creative, so your nicknames are getting really lazy and you can't even think of a new one. But for the love of God, you've literally fallen asleep on camera 3 times more in 18 months than Biden did in 4 years. Nobody's falling for it anymore, buddy. Give it up. It's actually just annoying at this point. But the state fair is a complete and total disaster. And when he says packed with happy people, I'm sure he's probably referring to the Uncle Sam-clad right-wing influencer that was busted, trying to set one off during an acrobatic performance. And in fact, he did that in the open, and there were so few people there that only 3 people saw it and reported it to the cops. If the venue were packed, you would have had probably dozens, if not hundreds, of complaints about him doing that in the middle of the state fair. But don't worry, folks. Donald Trump promises, much like Kimberly Guilfoyle, the best is yet to come, because this coming Saturday on Independence Day itself, Donald Trump says that he is going to give another speech on the National Mall at the Great American State Fair. Followed, of course, by the big multi-million-dollar fireworks display that, by the way, has actually already led to flight cancellations and delays of up to 15 hours for this coming Saturday. So travelers are already pissed off. The airspace is going to be shut down for 15 hours on Saturday in one of the busiest parts of the country. So nobody's happy about this. Nobody likes it. Nobody is having fun. There's been multiple different power outages. And get this. I wish we were able to have an even larger area, which we will be able to do on July 4th when I'll be speaking again. The airplane flyovers and music were fantastic. Everybody stayed right until the end of my speech because they love hearing about a truly successful America. He is so in his own head, which there's plenty of space for him in there. Obama's, got a presidential palace in there. But he's now having to refute the fact, because it's on video, that MAGA people were walking out of his first speech, to the point where he's even mentioning, like, they stayed till the end. I'm just throwing that out there, because that's a normal thing to mention when you talk about you gave a speech and everybody stayed till the end. He's drowning in his own hubris. That's the best part of this. That's why this is so funny. That's why this is important. As I've repeatedly said, in times of high stress, which, his failures are times of high stress for him, he gets worse mentally. He gets worse physically. And that becomes the new baseline. So we're watching in real time as this man loses his last bit of grasp on reality. All because his big, stupid party that kicked off with his, UFC birthday party at the White House. It was all a complete and total disaster. And it's literally getting worse by the day. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.